Muslim, Christian, Jew, Hindu, Buddhist, and atheist, one, two, and all of all in between. This is for the absolute positive, bigger, better, good God, and truth of you, only lasting, forever lasting with peace. If you've heard anything that I've released on YouTube or around the web, you will know that I state that all faith is a lie. And not only do I state that all faith is a lie, I state that I can prove it absolutely, positively, have not a faithful doubt of negativity in reality check. Only cross one more positive when you feel all negativity. It's the only way you can stay or be good as truth to an absolute bigger, better here and now view. To cross one more positive than all negativity is the bad way of nothing. It is the evil nothing. It is the sinful way of nothing. And it is the neutral nothing. And you do not need any faith to state it. All you have to believe is things are crossing less than one more positive and only cross back preset one more positive to add up good the only way you can as truth, or stay or be good as truth to an absolute bigger, better here and now view until all the negativity only subtracts to one neutral nothing, just negative of your here and now, more positive and good as the truth of your shape, form, and mass, God, truth, a reality check. As I've stated in other videos, all creation of existence, right, is a positive universe, okay? And in the beginning of this positive universe, right, the boundless energy of God wanted to incarnate all infinity of matter forever. And by slowing down less than light speed, caused Pistis Sophia to coagulate as a negative, as a female atom, which is less than one more positive and male, to be holy and good as truth of its shape, form, and mass. And the reason why he incarnated this negative is through slowing down lesser than light speed, he caused this negative to coagulate. And as this coagulation happened, and like all things absolutely negative, right, crossing with negativity, it became a dragon on itself. It became a blue-blooded Eva shafting devil on itself, a he shafting devil on itself, crossing it with the negative of it to one neutral nothing, just negative of all creation of existence here now. But God as truth, the boundless energy, the positive energy, the more male energy of all I am than all female negativity I am, turned up, back up to light speed and caused Pistis Sophia to explode out into two energies, okay? One of these energies is the more positive male energy of God as truth of all I am, E equals MC squared, wherever it's more positive. It's stated good as truth to the reality check of a more positive universe than a negative one. So says the absolute good truth of the bigger, better of the here and now of all reality check. And all the other energy, the negatively deficient energy, the static, twisted, scattered, undefined energy of time and space went to the point of the neutron. And if you know anything about the neutron, right, the neutron is always negatively deficient outside of a holy atom and is only stabilized by the more higher protonic male energy of the proton as the bigger, better of its neutronic matter on the inside of an atom. And as this happened, right, the more positive energy, the bigger, better of all shape, form, and mass of creation of existence was able to overwhelm this neutron, right? And the first sustainable atom, right, the more male atom than a female atom, right, was created as the good truth of the life of Jesus Christ, one who crosses all faithful negativity back one more positive, only adding up good as truth by example and articulation till all the negativity only subtracts to one neutral nothing. Hence the Shroud of Turin, the absolute more positive man than a negative of all I am. The thieving Holy Spirit out, more positive energy of God, the here and now, good God and truth of the reality check of the atom and evolved of all I am. And as all of these atoms started building up their periodic scale, the periodic table was created, and all the elements, creation of existence, had came into existence. And at this time, there was a humanoid, ape-like species on the planet. And as the Cobran states, the more positive male energy of the good of God as truth of all I am went into this gamey humanoid species. Now, I don't know if they were ape-like through the body at this point or only through the mind, and I'll explain to you why here shortly. But most of them, through their gamey faith, ran themselves off a cliff and destroyed the pre-Adamite civilization that they had come from, and also the future state of being of the pre-Adamite world that was a true sister reflection of the God of all I am at every point in time and space, the good truth of God, of Jesus Christ of all I am, with pyramids all over all, the absolute bigger, better of the thieving Holy Spirit out, more positive energy than the negative of Pistis Sophia, all matter of faith, Pistis Sophia, because Pistis Sophia is stated by name as faith because she was the first faith of religion and the first faith of act to the reality check of all existence. And I'll explain to you why. When she was created as a negative, okay, she copulated with herself, negative with negativity, to create this dragon of negativity that almost crossed all creation and existence to one neutral nothing, just negative of it here and now. And as the blue-blooded he shafting devil of her incarnated inside of her to destroy her to one nothing through the neutrons of her, okay, God as truth turned up bigger and better than all her female negativity, and again caused her to explode into two energies, male and female. Okay? Now, when this energy went into this species, a lot of them ran themselves off the cliff. But one of them made it up to the cavern of woe. And through an orgasmic affair of life happening bigger and better than her animalistic, gamey faith, her female matter, okay, caused her to have an orgasm. If you know anything about women, women are the only creatures of existence that are female that can have an orgasm. And through this orgasm, it caused the first incarnate pre-Adamite man, Adam man, to be created. And through him, all of her species that was left over, that bred with him, became the men of old who built the pyramid scheme around the world. Okay? And all left of her species that bred back with her, even though she was a higher minded female to the reality check of a woman, she was not created one. So when they bred back with her it caused them to take on a faith doctrine, a gamey doctrine to the reality check of their matter. And because of this, they could not articulate all ways to cross one more positive than negative, because all faith, even at its most positive value, states that things cross bad. And it's an unevolved lie. You hear me? And that lie is the bad way of all faith. It is the neutral nothing of all faith. It is the evil of all faith. It is the Hindu, Sindhu, she, he shafting faith of Pista Sophia. The Shiva shafting faith of Pista Sophia that you do. And what they did is, because they were so unenlightened to the reality of the God Kings, they bred out and caused all creation of existence to the reality of the earth being a true sister reflection, one with God at every point in time and space I am, to collapse on itself. And as a result, Adam woke up in the garden, and he knew he was created good as truth. He was created never to be destroyed. But he had no bearing on reality to stay connected to it. And because Eve, at his rib and at his side, his flesh, had no mind for it, because she came from a Eva shafting tribe of Adam, right? Set up by the demiurge, Yadabaoth, Shiva, Samael, okay? As a way through the Nagas, okay? To keep us in blind bondage, okay? Because once they overthrew the world, okay? They copulated with themselves. They no longer copulated with the descendants of Adam, okay? Because, one, the descendants of Adam were slightly radioactive from what the Cobram Bible states, going through the Badlands and making it through that first destruction. Also, they copulated with themselves. See, the blue blood royalties of the world is a direct lineage to that Shiva shafting way on us. And the only reason, if you ever hear about anything from Mount Hermon or the fallen angels, the only reason any of that happened is because they became too ancestral and inbred, right, to keep breeding with ourselves successfully to hold us and dominate us as slaves and powerheads. And they bred with us, and because of this small problem we did have coming through the Badlands, their kids came out big head, half stupid, 10-year-old fit-throwing, acting fools. And this is the Dark Ages, all the way from around Christ all the way up till the early 1900s of all faith and the doctrines of it. Because again, like I tell you, man, right? To cross one more positive, if Adam would have crossed Eve one more positive, right? That's all Cain and Abel would be as good as truth. That's all any of us would have been as good as truth. Because that's the absolute bigger, better than all negativity. The bad way, suffering, death, evil, sinful faith of you. And that is a fact of God check. From the full thief man, God King, Adam man, first evolved, the triple male of all I am. And before I go, I would just like to say this again, right? When Shiva shafted the world, okay, a snake on female energy and a snake on female matter. Because regardless if you like it or not, okay, negativity has to state in order for a circuit of energy to flow. Either that or it's bound energy, and God as truth knew it. And that's why through the negative of Pista Sophia, right, was able to produce out the bigger, better of all God, truth reality check of a more positive universe than a negative. But what Shiva did with this shafting faith, and the same as Pista Sophia, right, is they cause what is negative in female, which is the good truth, okay, of all matter, okay, to become other, to become bad, to become evil, to become sinful, okay? This is why women, right, were articulated all through history less than men. But I'm going to tell you something. Just like a woman is negative to the absolute positive good truth of a man, right? A man is negative to the absolute positive good truth of a woman. But one together, right, can always cross more positive with male energy, right, than any negative matters of faith, right? To add up good as truth, the only way you can stay or be good as truth, and we don't have to be married to do that in reality check. All we have to do is keep ourselves more positive than negative until the negativity subtracts to one neutral nothing to the absolute bigger, better of a more positive universe, right, than the negative of it. And that is a fact of God check. Now, I want to show you something again. From the biggest part of the universe to the smallest part of the universe, okay? The Planck line of existence. It's only an energy, one more positive than all negativity that would not have none of us here and now. When this energy, right, adds up and makes protons, neutrons, and electrons, it only makes each and every one of those parts one more positive, good as the truth of its here and now shape, form, and mass of that atom, right? Bigger and better than all negativity of it. Now, a proton is 2 up quarks and 1 down quark of energy, and a neutron is 2 down quarks and 1 up quark of energy, okay? These 2 energies are not only reverse of each other, okay, but they're also negatively deficient to each other, okay? And every time you take what is called the electron field, right, or the electron, okay, and you absorb reality more negative with negativity than positive, right? You cause the good truth of the neutrons of you, which is the soul of you, which is the soul of your matter, right? Which is the body of your matter, to become slightly radioactive, okay? And they cannot hold the bond to the here and now of the reality check of your shape, form, mass, and you're just walking around from the mind through the body to the world, a radioactive she-he shaft on all matter, okay? Because all else, right, is protonic with their matter, always more positive than negative. The only way you can add up, stay, or be good as truth to an absolute bigger, better of you here and now, alive and well, infinitely, in a more positive universe than a negative one. And that, my friends, family, all, God, truth, reality check, is a fact of God check. God, truth, a reality check. From the full thief man, God, King, Adam man, first evolved, the triple male of all I am. Peace.